movie, make them all believe.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, kids, adults, it's the one and only, man. DeSean Jackson, 101, a walking deep threat, 60-plus yards, touchdowns all time, man. You know what it is, man. House of Action, we back up, man. We got another week, but the same host, my main CP, man. Hey, my brother, what's going on, man?
What's good, man? We done got this big win, man. I'm ready to see that energy. I hope you keep the same energy all show. All right. Keep the same energy that you had on Saturday. You know what you came and told me before the game? CP, I'm turned up. I need you to match my energy. Dak, I'm turned up. Match my energy.
Hey, House of Action, I don't think y'all ready for this one right here. House of Action, hey, we wired up, man. First and foremost, I just want to let y'all know, man, I appreciate the support. Y'all been chiming in, man. Y'all been showing much love on the Instagram, on the Twitter, man. YouTube, subscribe, like, follow, however you want to do it, man. And keep chiming in. Hey, CP, man, when I seen you in the morning, hey, you know, you had your boys, you had it was their home, it was a senior night, right?
Senior night.
Senior night. So, you know, I'm a cool head coach. I let my dog go on to go back home, go spend some time with the family. You know, he was in his neck of the woods. We was playing in NC Central, man. So that was his neck of the woods. But when I seen him that morning, because I ain't seen him, I kind of, I ain't seen my boy. So when I seen him, I just had to let him know what energy I was on. I say, hey, bro, it's the young Djax era, and it's the rookie CP. He said, no, bro, you don't. He said, you don't want the rookie CP. But nah, man, honestly, that morning, man, I woke up, man, it just felt good, man. You know, we was in unfamiliar territories, as they call it, you know, NC Central, homecoming. They picked the wrong team, you know, the Delaware State Hornets, you know, and we leading that pack, man. But, you know, I think first and foremost, man, great experience, man. Great environment. Our first MEAC game was a success. We got our first dub. We got our first victory on the road in a place we haven't won since 1977. Hold on. Did y'all hear that? House of Action. We haven't won in Durham, North Carolina since 1977. Oh, you know what? I got to do an age check because CP probably was born. You old, ain't you? You
Yeah,
about like
right. Yeah, ain't
you
that a
wasn't born in 1977?
hell no.
Hey, so that tells you, man, me and my bro wasn't born in you know, the first time, man, we went in a hostile environment, man. You know, it's crazy because you know that environment was pretty nice. I like it, but it was crazy because I only heard them when they did something good. You know what? Majority of the time it was us doing something and we didn't hear that crowd, man. Talk to me about the experience, man. Talk to me about us going in there. I can't say what I said, but I said we was gonna do something on somebody's couch and we went out there and did it.
It's like Rick James, baby, jumping on the couch and the white couch with mud on your shoes. But you know, it was a great environment. I think it was great for the MEAC to be able to go into homecoming, the confidence that the team walked in with, the confidence that the coaching staff walked in with, just knowing we had already put in the work during the week. So to see the guys, you know, to see Coach Black, to see Coach Nemo just in their element or in their zone, especially Coach Black coming out, firing away early in the game. Their back was challenged. You know, we gave them the challenge this week to go down there and shut their back down and prove that we had the top back. And I think they went and did that. Early on, they was pounding him. You know, I thought he wanted to come out of the game. He ran off the field a couple times. So they did what they were supposed to do. And our back out rushed them. So of course it was exciting. And then to do it on homecoming, like we mess up them people homecoming. You know, like that's
Facts.
crazy to me because we're on the schedule for someone's homecoming
Mm,
because they weren't expecting this success. They weren't expecting this staff. Like they
mm.
weren't expecting the discipline that this team has become. So to go in and do that on their homecoming was huge. I think that was bigger than actually saying, hey man, we beat Central at home. Like, man, it's homecoming. You got to feel disrespected and to go in and handle business for the team to be poised and to come out victorious and then went on their plots and celebrated. Like our kids are crazy. Like our kids are really crazy. For our team to go on their plots and hang out
Mhm.
for a little while after we took that 24-hour bus ride back home.
Man.
I'm glad you let me fly down actually. So you saved me because if I would have took that bus ride down and then the bus
And
ride,
back. Yeah, it was bad.
I probably would have stayed down there.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. You know what's crazy, man? Cause you know, Friday night, man, I feel like we had one of the best meetings ever, and you wasn't even in that meeting, man, and to go back, I sat in, the offensive meeting with Nemo, Coach Nemo, And it was crazy because, I was writing my notes, before the meeting. The meeting started at 7 o'clock. So, like around 6:30, right after, we ate dinner, I'm sitting there writing notes. And, I had my whole, speech on what I was gonna say to the team. And I go sit in Coach Nemo's offensive meeting. And it's crazy. He had war ready on that was one of his message, just war ready going into this environment, this hostile environment, and going to play versus a team that's been the big dogs. And we're almost like a rising in this MEAC conference. And I had the same similar notes on my notes. It was with wartime, right? Like it's time to go to war, and we gonna go to war, and we gonna go prepare, and we gonna do everything we need to do. But man, when I tell you that meeting on Friday night, man, it was crazy. I already knew was crazy because I told the guys, I said, don't be surprised when we have our outcome, man. And I knew we was gonna go in there because I know the work, I know the guys we have, man. And I'm banking on us, man. You see this to say fear the Hornets. Y'all better fear the Hornets, man. Delaware State, man, it's a new era, and we've been saying that, but man, it's just crazy that we went out there, man, and in the midst of that game, it was a hell of a game in the first half, right? To 10-7, we go into halftime down by 3 points, and we got the ball back at half. And I was telling the boys when we went into the locker room, I said, "Hey, man, we have to come out and we have to put up points right away." And it's crazy because I got interviewed right as I was coming out with the sideline report or whatever, and I told him, I said, "Man, this drive right here is crucial. We're gonna come out and we're gonna score." And there you go, Lolly, not Najee Lolly with a bomb right over the middle, second play of the game, man. And man, I just really, man, just take my hats off to our team, man, for top to bottom, man, all in all, man. We starting to feed off each other, man. Our defense played good. We're starting to see three phases of football, man. So, don't be surprised at the Hornets, man. And this fear of the Hornets is really like that, man.
That's a good thing. We need that, just as a team, I think we seek out to get these guys. We ask these guys to do a lot in the beginning, and now to be able to sit back and just let them work. Like you said, your energy on game day is kind of like you getting ready to go out and play. And my energy on game day is even kill, calm, cool, collective because I watch throughout the week and I pay attention to everything. And so when we get to Saturday, it's kind of like I don't need to say anything, just what I see and what we could do differently. But I don't really coach on Saturday. It's we get our work done in the week, and then I try to go out, and then I got to keep an eye on you because boy, your reaction time is point 0.5 seconds after the play is over. You already done broke the play down. You got a suggestion for the play. Hey, wait till the series over. Please wait till the series over. But just as a team, man, as a staff, I know we're all excited, as we should be. And what we're doing is special. It was like sending a message after the game to say, man, we got to enjoy this, appreciate this because where we were in March and April when it was freezing and everybody questioning, boy, did we really come to Dover, Delaware to do this and to deal with this? And now to be able to sit back and see a lot of the kids have gotten out of their own way to see Lolly go out and have that game, 3 touchdowns on that stage in the biggest game that we've played to this point. Like it was special because you're starting to see the guys deliver on what was asked of them. So that was big for us.
You know what's crazy, man? Because going back to last year, man, I got a little birdie to put in my ear that North Carolina Central and Howard for their homecoming, they got into a fight after the game, and I was just thinking in my head like, man, we got Norfolk game, we at the link. I said we can't afford to lose no players after the game. I'm telling the players, hey, get off the field and go. Go the other way, man. Get off the field. I don't want no fights. I don't want nothing. So I'm walking to the middle to shake the head coach's hand, and Coach Oliver's like, "Damn, your players ain't gonna shake hands." I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna come shake your hand, but my players not. We not shaking hands." And it's just crazy because when we got off of that field, man, you hear the crowd and the fans talking like, "Y'all players, y'all gotta humble yourself." And then I said, "Why? Why we gotta humble ourselves?" Because at the end of the day, nobody believed in us. We was an 18-point underdog, right? And we went in that hostile environment that everybody said, "Coach Jack, you never coached in an HBCU environment. How are you going?" Man, listen, we went in there, we did rearrange for furniture, because that's when we do our thing.
BTA,
Yeah,
BTA, baby.
when we do the BTA and we pull it out, we rearrange furniture, and then we just get out of there. But it was just crazy that he was saying that. I said, nah, man, I done heard too much. And I heard they locked him in too, and they couldn't even get up out of there. So I'm like, man, let us just get out and get back peacefully, man. We had a nice bus ride. And you know what's crazy? You talking about our players. Our players are crazy because we looking up. Well, we stayed a little longer than we usually stay after because that bus ride, we was drilling that bus ride, dreading it, right? But I'm looking up. We got players over there partying. They like, Coach, can we go over there? Can we do this? Can we do it? Man, I'm calling the K. I'm talking where our quarterback Gillis over there. I'm like, man, where these dudes at, man? They party. Hey, we went in there, beat them on their homecoming, and then the boys party with them.
Hey, they brave, man. And for me, I tell my group, y'all all might as well go because if anything happen to go wrong, you all in trouble anyway. So y'all might as well go
Go
together, which they
together.
did. And now it was good to be able to give the kids something. Like
Mhm.
after a big win, to ride back 8 hours, everybody gonna be asleep when you get back. But to be able to go out and celebrate just with your teammates amongst your team, that was innocent. And then to what you said, because you had already stated that earlier in the week, like, we need everybody. We can't afford to lose one guy with the big game coming up on Thursday at the link. We can't afford to lose one guy. So a lot of people will look at that like, oh man, y'all disrespectful. The kids didn't shake hands. But when
Mhm.
in reality, it was more about making sure these kids will be available for the
For the
Norfolk
next week.
State game because it's
Exactly.
gonna be a short week. We don't want to be dealing with no mess. So it was no
Mhm.
disrespect to them. It was just we don't want our kids bumping with their kids, and we end up losing a guy and don't have our full unit
10.
available for the game.
I agree because we got about 10 to 20 boneheads on our team, and I know some of these dudes. Somebody say one thing wrong, I know your running back James Jones for sure gonna do something crazy, and we can't afford to lose none of them jokers, man. But nah, man. And all in all, man, MEAC players here, man. It's a great win. But we flush the toilet. We on to the next.
Finally, the comfort I've been looking for. I got it. Couldn't wait to find it. Now I finally found it. The fit, even better. So I have fit. I have comfort. Can't get enough? Yeah, me neither. I'm tired of shopping. Shopping for underwear? No longer. No more. I'm not going. How does it look? Perfect. That's what I hear every time I look myself in the mirror. I say, woo, 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 woo. I don't want my underwear to roll. I have thunder thighs. Yes, thunder thighs, package, thunder package as well. But I don't want my underwear rolling. I need them to fit. When I walk, when I talk, I don't want to worry about fixing them. So I don't have to. Skims got me right. You have the time to shop SKIMS Men at skims.com. Let them know House of Action sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select House of Actions in the drop down menu that follows.
Man, let's talk about True Classic, man. True Classic is about one thing: clothes that look good and feel good. Hey, you know what? If you feel good, you play good. And that's why I'm one of one. Clearly, y'all all agree because True Classic has already sold millions. When I say millions, millions of shirts to millions of people. But that's not why I love True Classic. Shirts fit like they should, comfortable with no stuff fabric, tailor right, fit right. And it's just comfortable, man. One thing about True Classic, clothes are built to last forever. If you want to have that true confidence, that true swagger, man, get yourself some True Classic. Because True Classic, you can't go wrong. You can find True Classic on Amazon, Target, Costco, and Sam's Clubs. Or just head to trueclassic.com/house of action and try them out for yourself. Because I'm telling you, one-on-one sent you. Moving on though, man. I gotta talk about my Eagles, man, because right now, you know what, man? Saquon Barkley played two for the line of scrimmage, 65 yards. Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdowns. Devontae Smith had 130 plus. Hey, man, listen, hold on. We did all that to say without an AJ Brown.
Who's the
Mm, mm,
missing link,
mm.
right? Say that again. Who's the
Mm,
missing link? And
Hey,
look
you
at
know what's
how they
crazy?
moved
Because
the
hey,
ball.
hey, AJ Brown didn't even play, and hey, it didn't even look like we missed him. I ain't gonna lie. I love you, AJ, but at the end of the day, man, you said it. You must know a little something. So say Saquon Barkley. First and foremost, this is his first game all season. He looked like he had life. What you think it was, CP? Where you get all this energy from?
I just think, I really think it was a carryover from last week for them to quiet the crowd. And another thing, I want to give AJ Brown his credit because he was locked in during the game. Every time they showed him on the sideline, he was tuned in, he was in the group, he was helping, he was doing whatever he needed to do. So that was great to see because it's not a rift. And then for them to go out and perform the way they performed, without having that pressure, without having that superstar, it's still showing like, hey, we are the Eagles. We are the defending champs. And for Saquon to go 65, second play of the game, the only thing I thought about was all the comments that we got after 2 weeks ago when we had this conversation about the Eagles. Everybody, oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, and shut up and this and that. And I mean, last week it was 18 touches. Big win for y'all. This week,
Mhm.
Saquon 152 touchdowns. Huge win for y'all. I
For
would
sure.
I really wanna get in my jack, I really wanna
Get
boast,
in your
brag a
ear,
little bit. I
you
really
pop
wanna
your
pop
shit.
my shit, you know what I mean? I really wanna pop it. But as I'm saying, like, the game goes through the running backs, and we see it especially on this level, and the next level when you get into those cold months, into those weather games. If you got a running back, you give yourself an opportunity. So when we get there, just to see Saquon, just to see what the Eagles did, man, it was good. I know it's exciting for this area and all of that Eagles fan base.
No, I definitely agree. I feel like, this coming into this game, there was no way in my mind we was gonna lose that game. I said we already lost them once, right, in New York. Quick turnaround. I think we played them quick. It's been only 2 to 3 weeks since we played them again. So I'm like, there's no way we can let them beat us again. Jackson Dart, he struggled. We put pressure on him. I seen my boy Jalen Carter slam him down a few times. I wanted to bring up real quick before I speak on Jalen Hurts. I wanted to bring up Skattaboo, man. I'm praying for him, man. That was a bad injury, man. I seen Zach Bond tackled him, and right away I was in the suite, but right away I could see it was like I seen the old lineman like coming like hurry up, and then you look down and his ankle was dislocated, turned the other way. I mean that's a scary sight, man. Anytime you see that in football, I see it's crazy. 'Cause I was gonna ask you, has it ever been a time where, like, you seen an injury and you ran away? Cause like, I seen a few guys, like, that actually seen it that was on the play on the field during the play, and it was, like, right when they seen it, they, like, ran and just couldn't stand it because, like, when you see a certain injury and you played this game, even if you ain't played the game, like, it hurts you. Like, it physically hurts you to see somebody go down and pain like that, so prayers to Skattaboo, but talk to me about that a little bit, man. That was an ugly play right there.
Man, for Skattaboo to go down, man, it bothered me because this was the guy that I told everybody was a sleeper. I
Mhm.
had a chance to talk to this guy at the NFL rookie premiere, and he was just such a humble guy. Going back to draft night, I said the Commanders should draft him, and everybody looked at me crazy. I talked to him at NFL rookie premiere, and he was such a humble kid. And his running back coach, Liddell Betts, was my teammate. So I said, man, you got you a real one in Liddell, and just go out. Don't worry about where you got drafted at. Just small conversation about coming into this league and taking over, and then to see the work that he had put in to go down. And you were saying like the Giants, it was tough on Dart. It was tough on Dart because he didn't have his
Yeah,
safety blanket,
Skattaboo,
which
for
was
sure.
Scatterboo. And
Yep.
you seen a couple plays before he got hurt. He went and punished y'all linebacker. I'm talking about straight into him. No cut, no nothing, downhill. Here, take this.
Right.
And then for him to go out and get hurt, which he had already scored a touchdown as well. So to see him go out and get hurt, it was a big blow. He can recover from it. I hope he recovers from it. And I kind of hate it because Neighbors and Scatterboo now, so
It's
now it's
tough.
kind of like
It's
Dart
tough.
was playing at a high level. Now
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
man, you searching for who's gonna help him out.
For sure. No, I agree, man. Yeah, Jackson Dart, man, it's gonna be tough for him that, like you said, losing neighbors and Scatterboo. But I gotta do it to you. Jalen Hurts, Mr. Jordan. Mr. I got a new pair of shoes, Jordan shoes on every game. Is it safe to say he's playing MVP like ball, man? Jalen Hurts is balling. He on another level, man. And I hate to say it because people are always talking about all these other quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. Even Baker Mayfield is starting to rise. You got the boy down there, Jeff Goff, right? My thing is this, man. When it comes down to wins and losses and the percentage, since he's been a starter in the NFL, regardless if he throws for 120 yards and he rushes for 80 yards. The man is a winner, man. But his statistics right now, his ratio, throwing touchdowns and rushing touchdowns, is pretty high, man. Is this an MVP like season for my boy Jalen Hurts? And I can't wait to hear it because you know they're gonna be commenting down at the bottom on House of Action, boy. So make sure your take is right.
I think he's playing at MVP type level, which he should always with the weapons he has around him. And on every level, he's won, especially Alabama, Oklahoma being able to win at those powerhouses. He's overcame adversity from his tenure, from entering the NFL and to be here, like to be here, to be carrying the team, and he doesn't get into what he can't do. Everybody talk about what he didn't do, but what he did do was come away victorious. What he did do was win, and that's what matters. But when you talk about MVP, man, you got to be careful because that boy Daniel Jones over there in Indianapolis he got them on another level. Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, they're playing at such a high level. It's hard to overlook what they're doing, especially knowing like you change quarterbacks right before the season to Anthony Richardson, and you go to Daniel Jones and all of a sudden it looked like, he looked like Steve Young out here. So it's tough. It's gonna be a good race, and this is what we get excited about. So they just
Mm,
got to keep the competition going.
So here it is, how I'm going
Mhm.
scratching my little beard right here. So this is the talks, man, because I hear this a little too often, man. And you said something and it kind of stuck out to me. Jalen Hurts, right? You said with the playmakers around him and their surrounding supporting cast, put a Tua in that situation. Is Tua gonna have the same success as a Jalen Hurts in the same scenario? Or you can even think, you give me another young quarterback. Is CJ Stroud? I mean, because I hear people say that, but then it kind of bothers me because the style of play, he's a he's a guy that he's not risky. He's not a risky player. So, for me, when I hear that, I think he managed the game. It's yes, it's his supporting cast. Yes, he got ballers around him, but I don't think you put anybody in this scenario and they win like he's winning and have the statistics that he has.
That's hard to say because we don't see anyone else in it. But the next thing that I think for Hurts is his leadership ability, and I think that plays a huge part because he doesn't take chances. He's safe with the ball. Often when we're sitting here saying this man wide open to throw it to him because you got a better receiver than they do, have a better corner, or your guy, and I'm always looking at Devontae Smith. I always think he's wide open, but he's not forcing it. It's like he lives to fight another day. And then also with his role, probably until 2 weeks ago, I had never seen the tush push get stopped. So it's hard to say another player can come in and execute the tush push for 3 years in a row. You'd be like, oh man, we did it for 3 games. He's executed the tush push perfectly to perfection for 3 years in a row. So he's at like a 98% success rate. I think 3 weeks ago or so, they had 2 or 3 stuffs on the goal line, but it's hard for someone else to come in and do the role as he's doing it because of his leadership ability, because of the way he carries himself, just as a man. So I think Jalen Hurts should continue to do what he's doing and tune out the media, tune us out, tune out everybody, and focus on getting W's.
So it's Monday night. We record on Monday, so our prediction means everything, right? Even though we drop it a few days later. I need this prediction, man. Come on and tell me because they gonna hear you. And they gonna say, what is that take, CP? Give me your commanders. Give me them Chiefs. I need to know your predictions for the night because my boy Jaden Daniels is not playing tonight, big dog, and y'all up against Patty Mahomes.
Listen, you be trying to get me ran out of DC. I think you trying to turn our
You
fan
a
base
Bronco, man.
against me. Yeah, right. I am a Bronco. The Broncos drafted me and gave me my opportunity. So I'll forever be grateful. My favorite place to play while in the NFL was Kansas City. I tell everybody that the best environment you could ever go to is a night game, a AFC West night
For
game
sure.
in Kansas City. It's unmatched. You can't find that environment anywhere else throughout the NFL. It's like a college environment. You will never have a stadium that's sold out to the other team, to the opponent. It's always going to be Chiefs, you know. So I love going in there. I always love the matchup. Priest Holmes, Larry Johnson. It was always just, hey, boy, we're in Kansas City. I
Trent
got
Green, Byron Jackson. You knew Trent Green and Byron Jackson played on that team too?
never heard of them.
So was
Tony
that
Tony Gonzalez, Derrick Thomas. I know them guys. Devon
Johnny
Cherry.
Johnny Morton, Eddie Kennison?
Yeah, I know all of them. I know all of them. So
You
I'm
ain't know
just
my brother was on the practice squad. Byron Jackson was on the practice squad for the Chiefs in '92.
yeah. He never talked about him on ABC, NBC, ESPN. They never spoke
Yeah, I
of
gotta
B.
make sure when he come back over there and film that camera, yo, I gotta make sure
Be my
he's.
man. Now, hey, B, you my man's B. Don't let Jack come in between us. All right? He caused division. Don't let him come in between us. Hey,
Hey, so is that prediction? You saying the Kansas City Chiefs about to beat the Commanders?
I'm definitely
You ain't
saying
gonna
the
do that. They're gonna
Chiefs.
run you out of DC. You got a restaurant in DC, dog. I'm trying to pub you up so you can talk about your restaurant. It's close. It's in Meriden
Hey,
area,
Taco
Virginia, wherever you
Chinos,
at.
go out and support. Go get you some Taco Chinos, the best in the world, the best available. Hey, Alexandria, we're coming in December. We got the Sterling location, we got the Centerville location. You still go get your
You
tacos.
saying
You
all
look
that
like,
to say though, you ain't gonna be able to go open up no other restaurants if you going with the Kansas City Chiefs tonight over your Commanders.
hey, the good thing about DC, they know me from being honest. They know it ain't no sugarcoating shit I say. So tonight, you're gonna have a tough matchup in Kansas City because they just got Rasheed Rice back. He's hot. Kansas City rolling. I think Mahomes is back to that MVP form as well. You starting to get Kelsey back involved in the game. Pacheco getting back healthy. So it's gonna be a tough environment to go
Man,
in.
so
Not fully equipped. You don't have all of your weapons, and they do.
Marcus Mariota? I'm taking Marcus Mariota tonight. I got the upset.
Hey, this is perfect time for me and you to have this conversation. So we gonna get
Hey,
into this.
sometimes in life you gotta go with the underdogs. You gotta go with the upsets. Cause look, what if we hit? What if they hit on it, man? That odd is very serious.
Hey, I'm gonna bet my facial hair against your facial hair. All right.
So there you have it. Can I get a prediction on the score? What's the prediction on the score tonight?
A lot to a little. I think it's just gonna be tough, man.
Mm.
Defensively, we haven't looked as we did on the run last year. Offensively, we don't have five, so it's gonna be tough. They're gonna come out and be competitive just because of the head coach Dan Quinn. But it's tough. Andy Reid is a tough coach to go against. He gonna scheme you up. He gonna dot his I's and cross your T's. So Kansas City gonna be hard to go into Kansas City and win on Monday night.
Elkin Chevy on the field. It's all about speed, performance, and getting the dub. Off the field, I expect the same. That's why I love Chevy and Elkins. Chevrolet, located on Route 73, South in Marlton, New Jersey. They're fast, on the deal, and strong on the price.
Whether it's a brand new Silverado, a Traverse for the family, or a quality pre-owned ride, the team at Elkins treats you like an MVP.
Don't waste time anywhere else. Go to Elkins Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit elkinchevrolet.com. Tell them your boy Djax sent you. Yeah, you know it. Djax sent you.
What's good, House of Action? You know what time it is, man. Real ones of the week. It's only right that I bring you this segment because you can't get no realer than this. So, real ones of the week, I think me and Coach Jack, we get an opportunity to come out and talk about something that we saw that was spectacular. I already kind of hinted at it. We talked about Saquon, we talked about Jonathan Taylor, but my real one of the week, the most impressive back that I seen this week was James Cook and the Buffalo Bills. For James Cook to come out and explode against the Carolina Panthers the way that he exploded, it was kind of like a statement to me. It was kind of James Cook saying, "Hey y'all, don't forget about me." The Bills had went through losing 2 games in a row. Everybody looking for Allen to come out and save the day, and let's get Allen going and what Allen gonna do. And James Cook stole the show. We talking about Saquon going 65 on the second carry. James Cook was up and down the field all day, over 250 all-purpose yards. he just balled out. Like for me to see that, along with Jonathan Taylor, along with Saquon Barkley, in their performances, it just goes to show you the running back cannot be overlooked. So it was impressive to see those guys do that thing. The two teams who running back disappeared, Bijan Robinson and McCaffrey out in San Fran, both of their teams lost because you didn't have a running game or you didn't execute your running game as well.
Mm, I like it, man. I like it. Great take on that. I got to go to the opposite end, man. I'm going to the Denver's the Midwest, right? I'm going with my boy, man, Bo Nix, man. I told you, hey, I know a little something about this football, man. Bo Nix at home. Dallas Cowboys. Ooh, Dallas Cowboys. They're pretenders. You know, I got a lot of Cowboy fans too. I love y'all, dog. But K2 is one, and my boy Fib is another one. And I ain't even gonna go to Bubba Dub. Bubba Dub was going on, man. Trash. They trash. That's my take. Hey, Bo Nix, man. He had 4 touchdowns, over 280 yards in the air. Was it Air FedEx? Yeah, or the ground? That's ground, huh? But we gonna go in the air. FedEx. My boy Bo Nix and then J.K. Dobbins over 100 yards on the ground, man. Hey, listen, man. Them Broncos is the real deal. Peyton got them boys right. But overall, man, hey, Bo Nix, man. Hey, how many of these did
Mile
you
high
used to do?
salute.
How many Mile High salutes you used to
That's
go with it,
that's a
man?
real Dave's. I would never do it because that was TD thing, man. And I didn't want to be in the compare and contrast with TD. I
Mm,
think he did amazing things out in Denver. So I never, I wanted to get in and salute just one hard time, but
yeah.
I never did it. And then my teammate, one of the teammates that I couldn't stand, that I hated the most, Rod Smith. I seen him do it a couple times. I should have went and speared him in the back when he was doing it, just cause I ain't like him.
That's great, man. Real quick though, man, because I know we talk about Bo Nix, man, but my boy J.K. Dobbins, I used to play with J.K. when I was in Baltimore, man. Talk to me. What is the least carries you had on 100 yards? Like, what do you feel like if somebody get 100 yards? Because he had 15 carries. Like, what do you feel like on the least carries for somebody to break 100 yards is kind of like that's elite. That's something different.
Well, I think it's different because you look at average. A lot of people look at, oh, he had 100 yards. He had 27 carries to get 100 yards. That's
Right.
that's not really
Yeah.
good. That's 3 yards a carry, 3 point something.
Mm.
So anytime you can go out and get 20 carries, you want to look at that 4.5 to 5 yards a carry, as a running back. And if you're over that, you had a good game. When you look at 3.7 yards per carry, and who cares about the yards? Like, you had a tough game. 3 point anything is a hard game. If you can get 5 is elite. If you get to 6 and 7 yards a carry in the NFL, hey, you on your way. You next level, you on your way. So for Dobbins, man, just for him to recover for
His
everything that he's been
injuries.
through with
Yeah.
injuries, to bounce around and finally find his lane in Denver, man. That's special. And for him to persevere and keep, like, being resilient, like coming back from injury in every offseason, you dealing with this crap and change of scenery. Like, for him to do that, that's more impressive than any stat that I would ever see.
As we move on, man, storyline. Last week, my boy CP had a storyline from the past, and this week it's mine. So as you know, it's always gonna be something interesting when Djax talking about a story. I'm gonna take it back to 2014. It was actually I was in Washington at the time, and Jay Gruden was my head coach, man. And I can remember this was the week leading up to us playing the Philadelphia Eagles. And my first year, obviously going back, Chip Kelly released me. In 2013, everybody knew it was highly anticipated. And I could just remember that week, when I first got released and I had a chance to take a few phone calls, right? And I was a free agent. So, at that time, I'm like, man, if I ever become a free agent, I know everybody and their mama gonna want me. So when I was released, it was like 5 teams that was really on me, right? And at the time, Joe Siegel was my agent, and he called and told me, right, because it was unexpected. When I got released, it was unexpected. You got all these allegations, you got things coming up on why I was released. Oh, why would the Philadelphia release him coming off of his best year, had 83 catches, over 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. No one could understand why the Philadelphia Eagles released me. So when they released me, it was about 5 teams that didn't care about what the heck was going on. It was the Washington Redskins at the time. It was the Buffalo Bills, the Tennessee Titans called, the New York Jets called, and the last team I think was at the time there was the San Diego Chargers. So I could remember I was sitting at my crib and I'm like, man, my agent called me. He was like, man, I got Bruce Allen on the phone. He was the general manager, and he was like, man, the Washington Commanders or the Washington Redskins want to fly you in to have a meeting with them. And I was like, at the time, I'm like, man, if the money ain't right, I don't want to go. He's like, look, you ain't got too many options. You just got released. They said it's gang related, all these allegations coming up. And I'm like, look, man, if it ain't somewhere close to 10 million a year, don't even waste my time. I don't want to come. Right. So I can remember he called and he was like, I got him to 8.5. That's the best I could do. I'm like, all right, well, if you got him to 8.5, by the time I get there, I think we could get him to 10, right? So I get on a flight that same night and I go down, I throw a suit on and everything, because our DJ didn't really wear suits like that. I wear a suit. I try to get dressed. I got the little glasses on, like, just, the little fake prescription glasses. And I get out there and I remember, man, right when I landed, I got picked up and they took me to some restaurant. It was Ike Hilliard. It was Eric Schaefer, who was the GM. It was Jay Gruden, and it was Sean McVay. And I remember right when I got there, I greeted Jay Gruden. He was like, man, I don't care what happened. I don't care about no allegations. He was like, man, you ready to go play against the Eagles twice? I said, what? I said, you talking my language, right? So we get in the room. He was like, I'm not letting you leave until you sign this contract. So remind you this, when they hand me that contract, it was like at 8 million or something. I'm like, I look at that. I get on the phone with my agent. I said, "Hey, Joe." I said, "Joe, we ain't agree for that." I said, "If you can't give me 10, I don't want to be here." So we get in there, we go back and forth. So it ended up being 8.5 is what we ended up agreeing for. I think it was 3 year, 8 million, 8 million, 8.5 a year. I think it was like 24 million. We get in the room and I was like, man, at the end of the day, I said, I want to stay in conference because I want to play the Eagles twice a year. So we go back in there and he was like, man, he's like, this the best we could do. He handed me the contract and it said 8.5. I said, boy, you lucky y'all in the same division of the Eagles, boy, because if not, I would have prolonged this thing and tried to get 10. I said, man, come on, sign me up. Where I got to sign that? Sign that dotted line, man. And history was made. But just going back to that scenario, man, I feel like actually it was personal for me, man, because I had a chance to go in a division and play versus, a team that I feel like, was the Eagles was my everything, man. Like, you couldn't have told me I would have got cut or released from the Philadelphia Eagles. So at that time, like, it was a lot of emotions, weighing on it. And I just like, man, whatever I gotta do, I want to play against that man. I don't like saying his name because I don't like giving him the credit, but I'm like, I want to play against that man twice a year. Hey, every time I played against his ass, boy, I was going to the sideline. Boy, I must have been cussing them ass out, calling them all type of stuff every game. And I'm like, man, boy, that's what you get for letting me go. And guess what happened? Every time I played them, I had the most yards on any other team on the Eagles. I tear they butt a whole new you know what every time I played them. They couldn't stand me. That's why they came back and got me in 2018.
As you should. That's the way you're supposed to deliver. I remember I had the chance to go back and play Denver. It was the same mindset. Like, man, I can't believe y'all traded me. But at the same time, I knew everyone who was there. And, like one of my favorite players was Al Wilson. And I'm just thinking, they had one of my college teammates, Nate Webster. And I'm just thinking, Al Wilson and Nate Webster on the same team. Like, I know both of these boys are thumpers. They coming downhill. They not ducking no smoke. Matter of fact, they coming with the fire already lit. And all I could think is, boy, if I catch either one of them slipping in pass protection, I'm gonna punish them. Like that was my whole like. It wasn't about yards or nothing. It's like I know this is the backbone to this team, and if I catch one of them, I'm gonna punish them. I'm trying to put them to sleep. And boy, I caught Al. Ooh,
Facts.
like, it
Man.
was like a release, like, nothing else even mattered.
Right.
Nothing mattered besides me catching him, and I was like, "Yeah, mhm, y'all got rid
Facts.
of me." So,
Man, nah, it's on, man. Hey, so there you have it, man. You gonna always get something authentic and fresh, man, for us on our stories, man, on story time. Man, hey, I wanna move on quickly, man, because we got a few more topics real quick with a short amount of time. NBA is back, man. The NBA season is back up in action, man. And I want to talk about a hot topic, man. Chauncey Billups, man, my boy Chauncey, man. Allegations. We always say allegations because you're guilty and you're innocent until proven guilty. Right. So for me, man, do you think he's the fall guy, man? There's been a lot of things that's coming up It's a lot of names that I'm hearing, and they scared to go after some of these dudes, man. But for some reason, Chauncey Billups is the man. They talking about he had glasses that could read the cards through the table. He said 7 million that he scammed somebody over. I said, oh boy, them are some huge allegations. We don't believe it until we know for sure we got the facts. Talk to me about this allegation that's going on right now in the NBA, man.
I think that's a tough situation, especially for Chauncey Billups, man. Like I was one of my favorite players, especially when he was in Detroit. So to see him go through this, like you said, the allegations. I've been a part of this where it is you say an indictment happened and there was 30 plus people, but we only got three names.
Three.
And we got three names and you're saying the mob was involved. We don't know no mobsters. Back in the day, we knew who the mobsters were, and the mobsters was huge. We don't know no mobsters'
They
names.
covering up the
We don't
monsters.
know. Yeah, we don't know anybody else that was involved besides the ball players. And I think it sucks for them because often, like we work so hard to put ourselves in position to change our outcome, and then we also fall into the trap where we give people an opportunity to form an opinion of us, like they just won't get out of their own way. And
Mhm.
for Chauncey, I hope this comes out that maybe he just hosted the game and didn't know about anything else. But for you all to have that set up, and if you ran it up on your people like that, wow, that is
Yeah, nah,
crazy.
that definitely is crazy, man. And I hope, like you said, I hope it's not true. It's crazy because a few days before he had a game, and he talking about, man, I just play how the chips let the chips fall in place, and everybody talking about they making a big deal out of that. He said, yeah, them chips fall into place. All right, that's 7 million falling in place. All right.
But he
But
he was already getting it, and he was loaded from playing career. So it's really one of those. The way it make me look is like if I'm your partner and you done sit here and let me sit at this poker table and just hustle me, and I'm really your man's, I'm calling to check on you, I'm supporting you, I'm around you, and you done hustle me. That's what it make me feel some kind of way. Like early on in my career when I was in Denver, we ended up going to a house game, and it was something about it because the house was winning, and this not the casino. Like we shooting dice, and them dice ain't falling right. Like
right,
it's something wrong. And
for
at
sure.
an early age, I said, you know what? Imma stay away from them kind of games because I don't wanna be put in a position to have somebody that you think you trust or you think you cool with, and they cheating you. So, I kinda got away from that, early in my career at a young age. So, anytime somebody like, "Hey, man, come play poker." "Mm-mm, I don't wanna play poker. I don't wanna shoot dice. I don't wanna do none of that," you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I'm going with my Lakers, man. My Lakers is my team. I'm gonna ride with my boy Austin Reeves. Last night had 51 without LeBron. He went for 51. Give me your take. Who you like? What teams you like this year, man? What team you like? I'm gonna take my Lakers, man, because I know in the long run we gonna make it to the playoffs. Who you like this year?
Well, Austin Reeves had to go for 51 because you didn't have Doncic, you didn't have LeBron. They don't have nobody else that can score out there. So
But
Austin
that's
Reeves had to go for
that
51.
show a lot. He still do it. They don't act like scoring 51 in the NBA is easy. I don't care what you're
It
talking about.
it's tough, but you must don't know. My favorite team is OKC. It's been OKC
Oh
when
my
Russ
God! And
when
now here, all
when
of a
Russ,
sudden,
KD,
we just
Harden, Ibaka was
we
there.
just made a new word, or I've been having this word, but as for about this word earlier, we was talking about all of a sudden. So when you all of a sudden do something, your name is Oliver now. So you're Oliver because all of a sudden your team is the OKC Thunder because they won a championship. Come on,
Listen,
man.
I'm a matter of fact, Imma send in the pictures to the producers so you can see me back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago out at OKC, at the championship, going through the playoff run. I'll send you the picture.
Man,
When we were at Miami.
you name three guys that everybody know. You talking about Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant. Who else was on the team?
How Serge Ibaka, the kid from Kansas. We went and got Perkins when we should have kept Adams. Come on, man. You playing. You
Okay,
playing with you
okay,
playing with me, man.
okay.
You playing with me. And then we got the best GM in basketball because we still got like
What's
like
his name?
10 first round
What's the GM
picks.
name?
I just can't think of it. It's on the spot. Uh, uh it's gonna come to me. I got CTE. All right. You know I got CTE. But look, it's gonna come to me. We still
SGA
got
like that. I
10.
like SGA. He like that. He cold.
SGA the cold. You just said Reeves went for what? 51?
Yeah.
SGA went for 61 a couple nights ago. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Chet
Dope or whack,
Holmgren,
man. It's
you
your
know,
segment.
we
What we
don't
doing? We
have
okay.
Williams.
He went with the NBA champion from last year. You predicted that. Good job. Come
You
on, man.
doing with
Double
the
whack. What you
Eagles?
got this week?
You doing it with the Eagles.
Hey, man, nah, I'm an Eagle though. That's different though. I've been an Eagle, so it's different.
Dope or whack, man. It's time. All right. Dope or whack this week on House of Action, we got guys talking about what happens in the team. And that's going down to Miami tour, kind of telling everybody guys missing means and
Mm,
everything not going as is.
mm.
But from what I hear, the favoritism goes to tour. Anytime something goes wrong, it's like they cover for him. So dope or whack that the guy who gets all the special treatment comes out and throw everyone else under.
Man, you gotta do a better job too. I've heard this too many times, man, in the media. And you guys were struggling a little bit and you referencing certain things and they got nothing to do with wins and losses. As a quarterback, you gotta take it on your chin. You gotta be play, you gotta play better. You gotta do a better job. You can't blame it on guys missing meetings and none of that other stuff. That's not it. It's whack.
Dope or whack? Russ talking shit about LeBron.
It's dope. I love it. Finally, somebody step up to the plate and gonna take a shot at LeBron. Everybody feeling like they can't
They
say nothing to
friends
LeBron because
with
he
him.
LeBron James. My boy Russ from LA, man. What you talking about? Let's see. He slew footed. We call it slew footed. When you from LA, you turn your feet like this right here, man. Keep talking you know what, man. That's dope. I love it.
Hey, I'm saying this dope, and this is the reason I'm saying it's dope. I hate the fact that everybody is so friendly and nobody would ever say anything. It's even with LeBron because everybody can't like LeBron. Everybody can't idolize and love LeBron, and that's why I was such a Russell Westbrook fan because Russ always been in his own lane. Russ shooting threes that KD and Harden's supposed to be getting the attempt, and Russ go fire that thing up, miss everything. But he ain't give
Facts.
a damn. So it made me not
Yeah.
damn, and it made him my favorite player.
You
So I think it's dope as well.
You know what's crazy too, man? I heard a lot of stories on people saying things about LeBron, man. I don't know, man. A lot of people talk the opposite end. Obviously, we know he's one of the best to ever play the game, but it's a lot of things that he does that people don't like, and these are coming from guys that played with him in the NBA. I can't take no names though. I ain't gonna do that.
Hey, they should put a name on it. Don't talking cold, but dope or wet. Gilbert Arenas, one of my favorite characters ever. I was with him in DC when he had DC on fire, or we had DC on fire. The
Mhm.
support was crazy. The Redskins went out to all the Wizards game. We was getting knocked out by Cleveland and LeBron in the first round, but still the city was on fire. But dope or wet, Gilbert Arenas comes out and say, dudes are having more faith. Their dudes are being more faithful in the off season than in season, regarding the scandal that went on with Damon Jones and what's the other coach's name? Damon Jones and Rozier.
When you saying coming out about what you mean more faithful in the offseason about what?
He said guys are more faithful in the off season than in season.
Like with their females with their relationships.
I I
I
don't
mean,
know
hey,
which one.
listen. That's whack, man. You can't speak on somebody else, man. Speak on yourself. Say you were more faithful in the off season or something else. You can't talk on nobody else what they do with they piece, man. Don't do that. You can't do it. That's whack, dog.
Hey, I almost rolled out of here on this wheelchair. I tried to push it back so I can get up out of here.
What you feel about that?
I think it's whack, but Gil a good dude, man. So I love Gil. I love the show. But I still think that's whack. So I know he gonna see this when we post it. So
Yeah.
Gil, this CP now. I ain't taking no shot. I'm not Kwame Brown. I don't want no smoke with you. All right. All right, dope or whack, and did you do it? Be honest. The smelling salts, right? They trying to ban them. They want to ban them, saying it's bad for you. Did you do smelling salt before the game?
I never did smelling sauce, man. I don't even do the stuff that wakes you up. I don't do none of that stuff, man. I'm a natural born turn up guy. Just tell me it's time to go and I'm ready to go, man. Point me my man. I'm gonna go get him, man. I never was a fan of that. Only probably time they try to do it when I got knocked out when I was on the ground. I was depleted. I was out of there, boy. They probably put it over my nose and tried to wake me up. But nah, I never been a fan of the smelling sauce, man.
Djax, is that you?
Hey, the birds,
Yeah.
twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
I'm back, man.
Lastly, man, up this week, man, at the Lincoln Financial Field, where the Eagles, where I scored a lot of touchdowns. Me and Michael Vick scored a lot of touchdowns together. But oh man, he's on the other side of the sideline this week, dog. What is it gonna be? We're the home team. You got the Delaware State Hornets versus the Norfolk. I think they're the Spartans. I ain't gonna predict nothing. No wins or losses. We don't do that. We respect the game too much. It's a big one this week, CP. We down the road, man. We going into a hostile environment. When I say hostile, it's the Eagle Stadium, but we the home team, man. Hey, it's a big one. How you feeling about this week?
I've been kicking ass off in Eagle Stadium for years, man. So to me, it's no different going into this environment. I actually love the environment. Always, this was my favorite game, especially when I was in DC and when I was in Denver, it was the Chiefs. So this rivalry was always huge. It's exciting to go back as a coach. And for me, it's even more personal because I was a huge Vic fan, a huge Vic supporter. Took a lot of heat for Vic, early in my career. Even reached out to Vic to say congrats, everything. We were conversing, we were running into each other, and all of a sudden he get the head coaching job, and I just DM him like, Vic, man, I got some people. I got some people for you, right?
Ooh.
You see, he hit me with the laughing emoji
And he
at,
seen you, and he left
and,
you on scene.
and left me on
I
scene.
was gonna talk to you about that. I mean, because I know you reached out. Was it you trying to coach with him, or you were just trying to get some players?
Man, I told him I had players. We got the prospects. We got all the kids in Carolina. So I had players available. I'm like, shit, I can scout, I can
That ain't
coach.
Michael Vick,
Like
dog. That ain't his account, dog. That ain't. I don't believe my bro would do that, dog. So
I
you
would
saying he ghost you like that? He treat you like the girl that
I'm
he
s-
did that?
I'm saying he played with me like I was a little jump off, man. And I really take it personal. So I got 6 backs that I'm gonna unleash on his ass. It's personal with me. And and the other thing is me and Marcus like this. Come on, man. I hosted your brother on this visit. Man, shows your brother love. I show you love. And now on House of Action, I'm just letting you know. And maybe after the game, we hug it out, we dap it up, but it's personal. For you to even try me like I'm just some kind of, okay, I'm gonna show you
Heated.
what I'm gonna show you what my coaching turned out to be. All right.
Ooh. Hey, my brother popping today. I love it. You know, it's crazy. We play Thursday night and we drop on Thursday. So there you have it. Hey, House of Action, man. We gonna give it to you raw, authentic, and straight direct at you. We ain't doing no shaking. CP gonna run you over. He got that boy. That boy running that ball.
I ain't ducking no smoke. I ain't ducking no smoke. We don't want no fire extinguisher. We ain't throwing no water on it. I'm letting them loose.
Mm. Hey man, there y'all have it, man. Hey, Thursday night, ESPNU, y'all check it out, man. It's gonna be a nice physical game. And we gonna pray for the prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do it, man. House of Action. Like, follow, subscribe, man. I'm your boy 101. That's my boy CP, man. As we do it all the time, man. We out of here, man.